Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm having a good day today. All right, let's go. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and restart this thing. And let's get into it. Hello and welcome to the JLC Vlogcast. This is your host, Joshua Lawrence Combs. Oh my gosh, man. I can't take this right now. I cannot take this. All right, you know what? We're gonna start again. We're gonna go one more time. And we're gonna rewind. But right now I can't even stop cheesing, man. This shit's crazy, man. I appreciate, you know what? Just know that when you stick to something, it's gonna happen. Okay. When you stick to something, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna drop the link in the description and let's get 30 seconds and let's get we're gonna get right into it. Let's go. Hello and welcome to the JLC Vlogcast. This is your host, Joshua Lawrence Combs. I am here today with some really laughable moments right now. I'm having a good time. I hope you're having a good time. Right now, we got a couple of people in the building. We got 2 people in the building. We got 5280 who's joined me right now on the live. So, without further ado, we're going to hop right into some things real quick. I'm going to talk about some things. We're going to pay some bills real quick. This is a 21 and up broadcast. Welcome to the JLC Live. Thank you for watching. All material used in this broadcast is sanctioned under the Fair Use Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Boom, boom, boom. That's for all y'all who be doing the most with my copyright stuff. Oh wait, let me edit this because we're not at 49 and we are not at 50. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 51. Let's go. And we'll be in, trust me, it will be a lot more later. All right. So go ahead and save that. And okay, and boom. Episode 51. Let's see. RRP Draco, RRP Young Dolph, RRP Slim 400. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment. Cash App is JLC Vlogcast. The disclaimer is not part of the thing. It's just the disclaimer was next. I should edit that. Disclaimer, you know what I mean? 21 and up for all who's watching. All material used in this broadcast is sanctioned under the 107. Okay, yeah, I already said all that. All right, we're gonna cut to a quick song. Every episode, we're gonna do a quick song. The quick song I'm gonna do is a song that I did not too long ago. It's called "Really Going." I was just vibing out to it. If you guys saw my last, live episode, you'll see I was vibing like there was no tomorrow because I was jamming when I hoping to you. So let me go ahead and see if I can log in real quick on here. And then I'm going to get to jamming real quick. One song, and then we're going to play a couple of songs. We got 5280 in the house. We got a couple of people in the house. If you're in the house, go ahead and tell me where you're coming from. Go ahead and put where you're listening to, where you're viewing from. I appreciate you and everything that you guys do for supporting the channel. 5280. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, sir?
Oh man, nothing. Just finna get on here and try to do what it do real quick. Try to
I
vibe
had to
out real
hop
quick.
on. You sounded all happy about something. What's going
Dizzle
on?
was here. Dizzle was here. I ended up my other live because Dizzle was here, and and he was here. So we got. I was like, Dizzle, you gotta come up, man. You've been missing in action, man. We've been. You've been doing it. You 40-something episodes late, man.
Hey, Dizzle was over on that other pot, right?
He was. I met him at Ghetto DVD, and he came
Yeah.
and he was rocking with me, and he Dizzle. He was sticking up for me, man. He did not like the way that people was talking about me, all this other stuff. He was really rocking with me, and
Yeah, I think
I
I went back
appreciate
and
it.
forth with him a couple times.
Yeah, it was. He
I don't
was
think we
cool.
argued. Not sure though.
Even if you do, so the fuck what? I
Yeah.
mean, like, you know what I mean? You can't go through life without arguing with people. What the fuck? You know what I mean? All right, let me
I
get this
don't.
song. Let me get this song off real quick, and then we're gonna hop right into it. All right, 1, 2. All right, let me get to the. See, I'm not prepared. I was too busy looking at something that I wasn't supposed to be looking at, but it's all good. Oh gosh, this is
What's
why I'm in
that?
a good mood.
What is that shit? ADT?
Don't
What is
worry,
it?
don't worry, don't worry. Oh my god.
Shout out to my boy Cash. You know what it is. And your speaker real loud. Turn me
Turn me
up.
up. Hello.
You
You
know
know
I
I
keep
keep
that
that
green
green
leaf,
leaf,
so
so
all
all
you
you
weed
weed
fans
fans
really
really
smell
smell
me.
me.
My
My
fingers
fingers
like
like
the
the
same.
same. What the?
They
They
come
come
out
out
on
on
time
time,
and
and
you
you
know
know
what
what
they
they
there
there
for.
for.
Smoke up, you know what we here for. I spit the shit and I break it down. I stuff it like it's Christmas.
You better calm down, for you get on my hit list, nigga. That's real shit. I'll wrap you up like Bisquick. I'll be on that trippy shit, and my niggas will hit. Shoot you up, no distances. Don't need no fucking witnesses. True religion on my hip. Not no Nino or Stendo clip. My shit the street sweeper. Call that bitch the blockbuster. Trust me, she a creep and she really gon' knock you, nigga. She gon' really stop you, nigga. Cause all my niggas extendo clips and I'm with my bitch and she with you, bitch. And she really with that licking shit. She lick it down. She pass around to all my real niggas. My real niggas got real niggas and it's real nigga. Real nigga.
My real niggas.
Extend the clips from my real bitch. Is your real bitch? She ain't got shit, cause my shit will block your bitch. She be standing with me, cause my shit is so loco. If you stand outside, you be seeing me. Oh, I go also, and I also really stop it, cause I'm knocking off your block shit.
And I come around your scene, and you know I read it, pop it, and you know it, she gon' drop it, couple pills in her pocket, and you know it, she be taking Molly in her, she gon' stop it, and she
Keep it really, stop it. I just keep it really going, man.
That's it on you haters, cause my flow is overflowing, man. Keeping on that paper, cause you know I be safer. If you see me in the streets, you know that I be got that paper.
And I keep it really pimping, cause she know I ain't gon' save her. Bitch with your flavor, squirt it out any flavor. And no, I'm not no player. I G this shit real lit, 100% G shit. Gotta make this G shit. 5-star game, that's G shit. 2 minutes in the game, take a 3, that's G shit. And all I need is more money, that's G shit. Haha, I love it. All right, that was it. All right, I just had to cat off real quick. You know, just go dumb one time. And I just blasting it, ears, busting everybody's ears out. It's all
Who is
good.
that? Your boy or you?
Say what?
Is that you or your boy?
That's me.
That shit is dope. Fucking, you know the part where you're talking about Christmas?
Which one?
You said something like stuff you like Christmas don't get put on my hit list. Hey,
Yeah,
you
I
should have.
wrap
Hey,
you up
hey,
like
you,
Bisquick.
hey,
I said I wrap you up like Bisquick.
all right.
I said I
Never
wrap
mind
you
then.
up like Bisquick, nigga. That's real shit. I wrap you up like Bisquick. I be on that trippy shit, and my niggas will hit.
So I
Oh
just
no,
find
no,
it.
no. Oh,
another
oh
bar
yeah.
name.
Don't even witness says true religion on my hip. Not no Nina extended clip. My shit the street sweeper. Call that bitch the blockbuster. Trust me. She a crip and she really gonna knock you nigga on my
I was
nigga.
out thinking you said I was thinking something else. I was thinking
Oh yeah, but anyway.
wrap you up like Christmas. Don't get put on my gift list.
Oh yeah, hold on. Well, we could just go back. Hold on.
Nah, that's not what you said though. You said the hit list and the biscuit.
Shout out to my boy Fan, shout out to my boy Cash. You know what it is. And your speaker real loud.
Hold on.
Turn me up.
Actually, I could do it this way. I'm tripping. I don't know why I'm doing that way. I forgot I could do this whole thing. I'm tripping. I don't even know why I took the time to do that. This would be a lot more professional and simpler this way. All right, let's see. All right, open, expand, right there. All right, then StreamYard. Let me know if you can hear this. All right, 5280.
All right.
All right, let's see. Share, file share, window, Chrome tab, really going. Share.
I'm still limping around my house like a fucking limp.
You know what it is.
Turn your speaker real loud.
Turn me up. Hello. You know I keep that green leaf so all you fans really smell me. My fingers like machines. That shit so crazy. They come out on time and you know what they there for. Smoke up. You know what we here for. I spit the shit and I break it down. I stuff it like it's Christmas. You better calm down before you get on my hit list.
Boy, I got a flight. Boy, you see that?
I'll wrap you up like Biscuit. I be on that trippy shit and my niggas real shit. Shoot you up no distances. Don't need no fucking witnesses. True religion on my
that's an Air Maxes?
Say what?
That's an Air Maxes?
Oh yeah.
That green leaf so all you weed fans really smell me. My fingers like machines. That shit so crazy. They come out on time and you know what they there for. Smoke up. You know what we here for. I spit the shit and I break it down. I stuff it like it's Christmas. You better calm down before you get on my hit list.
Oh yeah, you better calm down. Oh yeah, Air Maxes.
I had a pair of them, but they were like, I swear they look like pink almost after a while.
My shit the street sweeper. Call that bitch the blockbuster. Trust me, she a creep and she really gon' knock you nigga. She gon' really stop you nigga, cause all my niggas extend the clips. Now with my bitch and she with your bitch and she with that really licking shit. She licking down, she
that has to be
so all my real niggas got real niggas named real niggas. Real nigga, stand the clips, my real niggas. Stand the clips with my real bitch. And yo, real bitch, she ain't got shit, cause my shit won't block your bitch.
She be standing with me cause my shit is so local. If you stand outside, you be see me. Oh, I go also, and I also really stop it cause I'm knocking off your block shit and I'm coming around your city. And you know I'm really, and I a couple pills up in her pocket. And she gonna stop it and she keep it stop it. She just keep it really going, man. Gassing on these haters cause my flow is overflowing, man.
Keeping on that caper cause you know I be safer. If you see me in the streets, you know that I be got that paper and I keep it really pimpin' cause you know I ain't gon' save her.
Hey,
this was your flavor.
swear it out, any flavor. Hey.
And no, I'm not no player. I keep that shit real lit. 100% G shit. I got a main bitch G shit. Far third game, that's G shit.
2 minutes in the game, take it 3 and that's G shit.
And all I need is,
you know, if you do that in a basketball game, they're cutting you. That's it. That's over. You're sitting down on the bench. A 3 and you got 2 minutes left? You sit down. Unless you know what I mean, unless you one of the ones and they, you know what I mean, pass it to him. Let him shoot that shit.
Right. Well, Kobe said, what did he say? He told Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
He
Pass me the rock. Give me the
Shaq
rock.
kept telling. He was like 18 though. When Kobe was 18, Shaq kept telling him, "Yo, I'm inside. Pass that to me. Pass him." He was like, "Okay." He never passing that shit. He was like, I'll pass. He was all get the rebound.
That's what Shaq would tell him.
Nah, that's what Kobe told Shaq when he was like 18 years old, man.
Oh,
I think it was Shaq. I'm pretty sure. Because wasn't Shaq already on the Lakers when Kobe came? Kobe was like the new addition to the team, right?
uh,
Or I think it was either or, but Shaq was the veteran though. By the time Kobe came in, that's
hell
funny, man.
no. Was he?
Hell yeah, man. Shaq was a rookie when I was a kid.
You know I keep that green
What
leaf
the
so all you weed fans really smell me.
My bad.
I was gonna say Shaq was a rookie when I was a kid.
Mm.
Kobe wasn't even known. Shaq come from the days of like uh I don't remember their names. Charles or what's his name?
Charles
Larry
Barkley.
Larry Johnson, Charles. Well, kind of those are like OGs too.
What the fuck?
Do you know the coach?
Charles Barkley and all them were like going out as
like
Shaq was
machines.
coming in,
That
kind
shit
of.
so crazy.
Why are all these fucking songs playing?
And then LeBron's kind of like the new. LeBron came in with see because I'm in the city, right? So
Mm-hmm.
LeBron and Melo came out like the same year, I think. So we were all hyped on Melo, but then like Melo was he was a cool dude though. I met that dude. He's cool, but
Mm.
the city kind of fell out with him when he snitched on his boy with the weed, which I
Wait,
was like,
what?
like they were at the. He didn't really. I don't know if he really snitched, but like he was just like that ain't
Oh,
mine. But I mean,
allegedly. Allegedly.
well, no, they got in trouble for the shit, but
All right, so it's not alleged.
no, that ain't alleged. But he didn't get in trouble for
Damn,
it.
nigga. He said, "Nah,
His
nigga,
boy,
that's not alleged."
his boy ended up getting in trouble or whatever. But I mean, well, man, he's a professional sports player. Of course, your boy's supposed to take the L. The
Or,
fuck,
or,
you know what I mean?
or,
Excuse me. Oh,
I know what you mean. It's all good. But yeah, that's crazy.
Waka Waka.
Mm.
But
So,
the
what do you think about what's going on with the Draco situation and all that? Crazy, right?
yeah, I'd say that right there though is straight. That looks like some straight LA stuff right there, man. That's how I go down. You get jumps on nostalgia and you die. Same with Slim 400, man. Like as crazy as that scene looks, that's been going on in LA since the 80s.
What?
Like I don't,
Yeah, since forever.
yeah, like that's nothing like unnormal
That's
on
why.
in
But
gang
you know
life.
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what they're finna start?
Huh.
I don't know how to spell it, but the P. Don't say it, but the PURGE.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's in the AGENDA 21.
Hey, you know what's crazy too is people that ain't
Do
from
you think
Cali though,
algorithms can spell?
they will be
You
able to if they
know
want.
what I
Because
mean?
all,
You think they're that smart,
no,
or do you think
well,
like how smart is smart? You know what I mean?
it's just they haven't wrote the code for it, but they could probably do it. They just haven't done it. The algorithm is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's so broad. It's man, I don't know. I don't
Dude,
even get
did
into
you
that.
watch the Edward Snowden or not? No.
Yeah.
Forget the Edward Snowden. Boy, did you see this? Hold on. Let's get to the oh, I
Did you
can't
see?
play certain stuff, but I
Did you
would
see?
play the knock. Do you see the knockout with Jake Paul?
Mm-mm.
Dude, that
Did you?
knockout,
Hey,
that knockout was crazy, dude.
do you see Alex Jones?
Crazy knockout.
Alex Jones is suing the Democratic Senate committee over the January 6th allegations.
About what?
Because that whole January 6th thing is like it was made up, man. It's not that it was made up and it didn't happen, and it's not
January
that
6th, what was it?
the insurrection. They said that they tried to storm the White House and all that. It was like that was a red flag event, like a made up event. Like
Right.
Trump shouldn't even have been a part of that. He should have just backed away. But I think he didn't notice what was going on till it was too late. Like he
Right.
didn't understand the deviant players in Washington and what they were up to, you know?
Right.
And
Right.
that's not being said that none of his supporters didn't partake in that, but they were
Right.
instigated by the other side too and by government officials. So it's a big old play on the thing. But he's suing them for all that stuff, which I think is cool because he'll probably win. And then you see, what's his name? Kyle Rittenhouse.
Man, did I was
He,
covering the case.
man, no, I mean he getting paid. He just settled with I want to say the New York Post, I think, for an undisclosed amount. But that's just one. He's about to go after, CNN, MSNBC. He's gonna go after personal, like people personally, civilly. And you know that other kid, Nick Salmon. You remember him?
Mm-mm.
He's the kid that remember they're in Washington and the native Indian dude came up to him and was like standing in his face and all the kids were like doing whatever they were doing. And then the media like straight up attacked this guy, the kid. He was a kid though. They attacked him and called all these kids racist and they were out there disrespecting Native American Indians and blah, 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 blah. But then all the video came out and it was all a lie. Like it was actually the Native American guy was kind of being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even the kids. They didn't do nothing, but they slandered him for like 6 months on the media. So he sued him for like hundreds of millions of dollars. CNN had to pay, blah, blah, blah. Same with Rittenhouse. Man, the media has paid these two kids that they chose to lie about and run game on the public. They've paid out probably close to $1 billion to these two kids. That's how rich they are now.
$1 billion?
Dude, they got settlements of probably like 500 million at least each.
Wow.
Because they're getting each one, and they're undisclosed amounts, so we'll never know. But I'd figure each media outlet that he's suing, he's getting at least 100 million from. So say he sues 2 or 3 of them, a couple hundred million, man. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. What do you think about Kyle Rittenhouse defending himself the way he did?
I love it.
I love it.
I think it was justified, and it is what it is. They lied to us about a lot of stuff without like the gun. Even though he was 17, he was legally allowed to have that gun under the law.
Right.
That's why they dropped that.
Right.
So they just lied about that stuff. I like it, man, because what are you supposed to do? If he would have lost that case, man, I'd have been scared to even draw it to self-defend myself. What are you supposed to do? I mean, I wouldn't have put myself in the position he put himself in because I wouldn't have went down there trying to give people medical help and stuff like that. Not to say he was wrong for doing that.
Right.
But even if I did, though, I should be able to defend myself. Hey, on top of that, you know why he went down there that night? He went down there because he supported BLM. That's why he was down there. He's down there like in support and to protect property.
Well, not to protect property, but to support and be there like everybody else. But when somebody went and tried to pull up his gun, you know what he did?
Shot his ass.
He was like, "Guess what?"
Hey, that was so good.
When the dude got shot in his arm, he was like,
"Bruh." Hey, it was funny because they lied to the. How can you lie to the public when there's a videotape that shows exactly what happened? Like it shows him not point the gun at that guy, and then it shows him point the gun and shoot him once the guy brings his arm up and points the gun. It clearly showed that. So it's like,
basically what came to his mind when they kicked him over the head with the freaking skateboard and kicked him in the face with his shoe. You know what came to you know what it came to his head? And then after no, that didn't come to his head.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
This what came to his head.
Finish him.
And then he put up his gun. He took one shot, and then after that, it was a
fatality.
And they're making fun of that one guy.
That boy's sick. Boy, I'm stupid. I hope nobody watches this.
They're making fun of that one kid, the one guy there that he shot because he shot his bicep off. Like that dude's missing his whole bicep.
I bet you that boy was like, "I got a gun."
When he shot him.
When you shot him.
Well, what's funny is like I think the guy that he shot that had the Glock, he was a veteran. All three, actually, hey, what's funny about this?
My bad. Hold on.
I forget all their names. It was like, but anyways, one was dude, the one that he killed, or Rosenbaum or whatever his name. He molested 5 children under the age of 9.
Damn.
and he had just been released from a mental home an hour before he went to that protest. The other
Damn.
one, the other guy was like a criminal in some way or whatever, and then the other guy was he beat his wife or something. It was like crazy domestic charges. And then you have
Really?
this little innocent kid. Put him on. I think he deserves to get paid. Come hop on the platform, Kyle. We like you.
Oh, there's a Kyle. Oh, who? Rittenhouse?
Yeah, come
If
over the
Kyle,
platform. Let's get an
dude,
interview.
if Kyle Rittenhouse came to the channel, I'd be like, oh, whoops. Uh-oh, the classic man is here. All right, stepping up. Let's get a drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Hey, my classics.
Hey, what's up with you, y'all?
Oh, nothing. I'm just out here trying to do what I do, and the next person that comes up on here and talks some stuff, you know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
And then if he pulls out something, I'm gonna pull out something too. You know what else I'm gonna do to him?
Fatality.
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 Oh, okay.
That's
I
it.
can't see.
That's
I'm on
it.
my
Hella
phone.
tight.
Fatality.
And then you remember the kid? I don't remember what state it was in, but it was the black kid that went to school and he shot the teacher. He shot two students and he shot a teacher. Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
So like everybody's yelling this race thing on Kyle Rittenhouse. Oh, he only got that because he's a white boy. He got off, right? He sat in jail for like a year or something. And his lawyer convinced him to sit in jail that long, right? So he sat in
Damn.
jail for that long. But the other story that I'm talking about with the black kid that went to school, I didn't finish quickly, but look, he went to school and shot a girl, a guy, and the teacher, and then he claimed that he was being bullied.
Mm.
He was given a bond the next day. He did this at a school. He bonded out the next day and was out of jail chilling at home with his family while they were like, well, I was being bullied. Then it came out later that he wasn't actually being bullied. It was actually a drug deal gone wrong. He had gotten
Damn.
robbed for some of his product and he was mad, so he went to school and did that, right?
Damn.
So it's like racism is racism, but I don't think it has nothing to do. I think it's more politics than racism. Politics are racist.
Right.
Really.
Right.
People are just people. Everybody
Yeah,
seems to get
that's
along
true.
pretty well too, man. Like, I don't know. People get along. I go everywhere and there's like everybody chilling. Even like status on status or society, like crackheads chilling with lawyers, not chilling, but like all around each other. Like everybody's mingling in a way.
Right.
Hey y'all, I'm still at work. I'm gonna touch bases with y'all later. I'm finna go to the chat and listen.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right, late.
Yeah, have a good day, man.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Yeah, man, the things that we do, the things you do for money, for love, for people kill people for the people they love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, man. There's a lot of things going on around in the world.
I don't think that Drakeo or Draco. I don't think that's like. I
Why
think
do you
that was
think that even happened?
just on some dumb-ish, like pointless, senseless stuff. Like someone saw him, they know it's up, they're in the town, and they're like getting it, and then someone went too far. Like it's always that dumbness, man. Like that's why I was always when I was younger doing stuff like in the streets like that. I was always careful who I was around, man. Like if it's three or four of us and we jump one dude, there's no reason why one of the homies should stab him and risk all of us going to jail. We just beat him up and be on our way. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like they had somebody in the circle that was just probably intoxicated, had the knife on him, and just stabbed him. And now he's about to reap the repercussions of that. Because LA's wild, man. And they just said, who said that? B7 or whatever his name is? He said
Right.
YG can't perform in LA. He banned. Like, how you gonna ban YG from performing in LA though? Really?
Yeah, that don't
So
make
he's
no
gonna.
sense.
Well, it does though. It means whenever you perform, it's on, it's up. It's gonna get shut down every time you're out there.
Right.
Pretty much what it means. And Cali is big enough like that where they can shut down stuff. Enough people in those hoods to go really shut stuff down.
That's true. That is
Because I
true.
always think of that. Like, I don't think other cities and states realize like how many people are in some of those neighborhoods, man.
A
There's a lot
lot.
of people.
A
It's
lot. A
like in
lot.
like like in Denver, there's a lot of people out here. But for them to go down there and all of a sudden just organize like 150 gangbangers in the middle of the east side and just take over the thing, it's kind of like, it could happen, but I don't know. LA, they could be
Right.
up and cracking quick.
Right. That's a fact.
So, but man, I mean, everybody's saying, oh, we just, we need this to end. This stuff ain't going to end. It's like it goes back to the community cleaning up communities, man.
Right.
Like the men, the warriors of these communities that aren't about that street and gang life, up to them, man. The cops ain't gonna do it. But it's not like going out there and just be a vigilante. But y'all got to go to your local sheriff or police station and tell them, hey, this is what's gonna go on. Either be a
Right.
part of it or you be a part of the problem. But we want to be on your side, you know.
Right. And that's
But,
what when Nipsey Hussle went to meet with the police and all them, they was gonna go have a really big meeting with the police officers and stuff.
because what's the real reason these people don't like the police? They don't like the police because they can't rob people and get away with it. They got to be held accountable. And sometimes, not all the time, though. They can't just they want to be able to freely and openly poison the community, sell drugs. But in return, they don't even think about when they commit violent crimes, they're benefiting the government because they go to prison, so they're getting paid. When they sell drugs, you nickel and dime your community to death and you serve death to your people. And then once you get kingpin status, you're up on the status where you're working with the government. So as soon as you're big enough, it's time for you to take a fall. The government
I'm
takes you
live
down and
right
you
now.
back in prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like people still run around committing crimes, selling drugs, not knowing that they're really working for the government. So at some time they're going to be a part of the system, go to prison. That's just how it works. And it's easy to go to jail without being a criminal. You find yourself in jail without being a criminal, man. You go to the bar one night, get in a fight, and end up in jail for 3 months. You know what I mean? Over a girl or something, like something basic.
Right.
I don't know,
Right.
getting all kinds of weird stuff, man. So it's hard enough to stay free out here without worrying about being free as a criminal, like a down and out criminal.
True.
Because if you ain't running from the cops, then you running from people. Like not like running from people, but like it's either or. One of them gonna catch up to you. That's what I think. That's why I'm like I don't feel no pity for. That's why I got that one thing with about Mo 3. I'm like everybody yelling justice for Mo, but if you listen to his music, that boy was a hog. So let the streets handle that and just quit worrying about his justice, right? Let his mama worry about the justice. She's the one that deserves the justice. But
Sweat her off. Somebody's trying to I'm trying to get into this model agency and they need my picture of me. So I'm trying to see if they need a picture of me with my sweater off or not.
hey, that is like a curse though, man. Like growing up with the street mentality or growing up in the streets though is like
Nah, because if you take that
nah,
mentality and
no.
take it to
Well,
the
not what I
business
mean.
world, then
Well,
you're
not
winning.
what I mean is this though. What I mean is like it's not a curse if you can swallow your pride. But for a
No,
lot, like,
that's fact. That's fact.
but even me to this day, I'm like, I ain't no part of that. I don't care about that. But it's hard for me to still break code. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying now.
Like I ain't gonna just be like calling cops on people and pressing charges and doing this and that. Like, but why not? I'm a normal person. I pay taxes. I work. I got children.
Right.
Why not? But
Right.
it's like a curse kind of because it ain't a curse. It's just You got to
I
manage
know
it.
what you. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. It's not a curse.
Look up. Look at the X on the mouth.
Hold on a second. I gotta.
Yep.
Someone keeps on bugging me.
So I need to get caught up on all the current events. Politics is consuming, but like I haven't watched the news and stuff like that for probably like at least a year. I ain't even like stay tuned with like politics, and I can still talk about what's going on because it's all the same.
Right.
Like Americans have such a short attention span that if people would just take the time and go study your politics 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and just see where people actually were in their policies and their politics, people would be amazed of how like we've been sold out
Right.
and lied to and just led forward with no results. Like they tell us it's kind of like, I mean, you would think black people could relate more to that because every year they vote for Democrats, and every year it's like, where are the results though? We gave you the vote, but you didn't even really do nothing. That was like the hope with Obama too. Like Obama really didn't do much. But at the time, it's kind of like right now with Kamala. Did you see that? Oh man, I should have sent it to you. I don't know what it was. It was like I think Richard Nixon, president, or Jimmy Carter maybe. It was one of the older presidents though. He like predicted, so this is like in the 70s or 80s, right? He predicted that the first woman president would be black, but the way that he didn't predict it because it hasn't happened. But this is what he said: that the first woman president would be black, but it wouldn't be a normal presidency. It would be she would be on the underticket as vice president to a white president, and before the second election term, the president would pass away and die, and she would by default move into the president, becoming the first black president, right? Hey, this is what he
Damn.
said. That's what he said though. That was like straight out of his mouth, like giving a speech to like a class or whatever he's doing at a forum. But he said that, and I was like, man, that's like I can almost guarantee you that's what's happening. That's what's gonna happen. Like Joe Biden can't even walk. Have you watched him?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Have you seen him walk on TV though?
Fuck no. They probably got that boy on a
Nah,
what do you
man.
call those?
Hey, go pull up a thing sometime and just
No, bro,
hey,
I'm trying. I gotta. All right, look, for stuff like that, I need to go and do my research on how I can. It's just the news, right? I can read. I can show the news clip.
yeah, because it's public, I think. No, but I'm saying just look at like clips of him when he's being escorted or he's walking somewhere to like go talk to people and this and that, or like stuff he says, how he talks. Like when you hear like a clip of him just babbling on about nothing, that's not edited, man. You could go find the clip and watch it like whole, and you're like, what is he talking about? Like this dude is nuts. He is not there. Same with Nancy. You ever watch Nancy Pelosi speak? She's
Yeah.
a crazy. She crazy, man. Like she's a drunk politician. And like it's like with the history of the country, back in the day when they wrote the laws, they used to sit around and get hammered, stupid drunk.
Yeah, I mean, she be getting up. Isn't she too old to be up there? Not saying that like that, but
Yeah,
come on, man.
no, she is. She's
There should
senile.
be a statute of limitations on how long you can hold an office.
Yeah, definitely.
She
See, they've
can't
been in
hold
there
the
like,
office longer than 4 presidents. Damn, lady, who are you?
she's been in there since the 70s.
You know why she's got that? Because she got more information than Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, yeah, that's like Hillary. Why do you think Hillary's not in jail? Because she's like
She
They
got
can't
too much
really,
information on
yeah,
everybody else. Like if she goes to jail,
yeah.
everybody's going down.
And they can't really just kill Hillary.
No,
So
that'd
it's
be
like
some
a lot of those
that
people. That's like
she's in some like Aryan Brotherhood type shit.
what's that other
Allegedly,
lady's name?
allegedly,
Diane.
allegedly.
Do you know who Diane Feinstein is? Huh?
Say it again.
Diana Feinstein. I think that's her name. Feinstein.
Well, what's the difference?
She's a
Sorry, not
Congress
you.
lady.
I was talking to somebody
She's
else.
a
But
she's
say
a
it again.
she's a Diana Feinstein.
Oh, what
Feinstein.
about her?
She's a Congress lady in California. She's like a Nancy Pelosi though. She's like old but that lady had a Chinese spy that was her limo driver for almost 15 years. Why is she still in office? Like, and how does a Chinese spy infiltrate our Congress like that?
Screensaver.
That's crazy. It may have been like 7 years or something that he was there. But that dude's, hey, but he was connected to Swalwell, that other Congress guy. The people in California, man, I feel sorry for him. Straight up. Like when it comes to politics and policies and stuff and laws in California, that state's a joke. And what sucks is California is the state that used to set trends across the nation. Not so much no more because people kind of see it, but it's sad because it's infiltrated. It infiltrated Colorado. It's infiltrating parts of Texas, which is cool. I mean, yeah, people move, but I think a lot of people fail to realize that what makes a country work are the three sides: the the right, the left, and the middle. If it's all left or if it's all right, the country won't work. So it has to be like a medium of all the sides coming together and mashing out ideas, coming up with solutions, compromising. But they learned how to polarize politics so much that it's almost impossible. So yeah, that's my outlook on it.
I feel you, man. I feel you on that for sure. Man, I
Politics are
can't
developing.
believe Draco, man. Why Draco?
I don't even ever think I even heard of Drake. I probably heard his song, but I didn't. I don't know who he is. Though.
Dude, go listen to his music, dude. He super slaps.
It's just like California rap. It's like that Blood and Crip rap. Like I mess with it. I'm not hating on it. It's just not my. I don't know. There's not much of a message in it. Too much.
Right. Right. A lot of their music is just talking and extra.
Well, almost all music's negative in a way. That's what sucks. But I tried to get away. No, I listen to all kinds of music still, but I try to not just listen to like negative music. At least if it's negative, I don't know. Just maybe it's not about killing. But I'm sure Draco got some good music.
Yeah, Draco for sure got some good music.
YG.
They're doing hella work on my freaking house right now. I don't know why they're doing all that. Freaking. I wonder if I'm gonna get something for Christmas.
I just ordered all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I get. Am I too old for Christmas?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda.
Man, I just called my daughter and asked her what she wanted. I was like, 'cause I hate buying stuff that people don't want, man. I'm like, waste of money. I'd rather just keep the money.
Right.
I'm not even lying about that either. I'm like, oh no. Like pointless gifts. I'm like, people just waste money. It's like with kids too. Like some of these people go all out for these little like 1 year olds and 2 year olds and 3 year olds. And I'm like, they don't care. They're gonna play with that stuff for like a week or two. Like, get them a couple cool things, let them chill. Like same with clothes. When babies are babies, how some of these parents be out there buying them Jordans and Air Maxes and all these clothes, shoes. I'm like, them babies be growing out of that like every other week. Once they get a
Right.
certain age, they stop. But that's a waste of money. Them little shoes are like 30, 40, $50 each. I don't know. Like people be like yelling this and that, but I've been over some ghetto ass people's cribs, single ass moms, and their babies be like suited up. I'm like, that little baby fresh. And they're like 6 months old. Got like 10 pairs of little Jordans. I'm like, that's why y'all broke on welfare. It ain't because they couldn't get off it or something. It's like they be benefiting. Why not?
Right.
Some of these chicks be having like 6, 7 kids. Where they get like 500, 600 a kid or something. Oh man.
Oh my gosh,
But
man.
back on Draco, I think that was just a regular backstage. Cause where were they at in the back?
They said that
Kind of
he
looks like
got
they're
set
in the
up.
back. Yeah, well, by himself. That's what I read. Draco set
You
himself
know
up
why
with
I think that
YG.
did I tell you this? I don't know if I was telling you this or somebody, but I don't think that they could have stopped Draco's neck from bleeding because he had all those chains on. You see how he always has those chains on? So if you stab somebody in the neck, you know how hard it is for them to come stop the balloon. Now, any of his friends could have stopped it if his chains wasn't around his neck. But since his chains was around his neck, it's really hard for someone to stop
Hey
the
man,
bleeding.
but really think about this and really, right? That's a lot of problem, I guess. If you're out there living that kind of life, like if you're a gangbanger and you out on the streets with your thing and you popping shots and doing your thing, man, go hit a survival site up and get you a tourniquet. Go get you some supplies to survive in the event you get shot or something. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
heck? Go get some blood clot powder so you could clot that blood shot that shot up real quick. If you get shot, make it to the hospital. Like that's what I'm like. If I was out in the field, it's pretty much like war. If you're out there going to war with people, then you should probably be studying how to like
Right.
survive battle.
Right. Right. You should at least
But
have a
back,
paramedic in your crew. You got heck of shooters
yeah,
with no paramedics.
yeah. Like back to my point, I bet nobody he was with even knew how to do like a makeshift tourniquet out of their shirt or even how to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is, I don't know.
I don't know. I think that they wasn't expecting it, and all of a sudden it was just kind of like,
Yeah. Hey, when stuff pops up, man, I was in a 7-Eleven one time and I was checking out at the counter and my boy was over at like the soda things and this dude walked in because I watched him walk in. I just didn't know who he was. But he walked in and like went to the right away and back to the coolers and walked all the way around to the back. And I guess he like filled up some coffee, hot coffee. And when my boy was walking up,
Surprise,
he,
motherfucker.
when my boy was walking up to the counter, he popped out of one of the aisles and just bam, splashed him in the face with a hot cup of coffee and started getting him. And I was like, damn, it was over some whatever, but that's what it was.
Ah,
But people,
shit. Here we
you
go
get caught,
again.
you get caught slipping, you get caught slipping, man.
yep.
And
Ah,
I,
shit.
I was
Here we
looking at
go
that too
again.
with the young Dolph thing. If you look at that interview with
Here's Johnny.
what's that dude's name?
Yeah.
Miko rolled meat, whatever his name is. But if you look at him when he's in that shop, man, if you put yourself in the shop and you're in the shop chilling and you're looking out and
Damn, son. You just
two
hit with
fools
the
just hop out of
wow effect.
hey, and they just hop out of the car and bend the corner real quick shooting at you, you're dead, man. There ain't really nothing you can do. But if you look
Right.
at the perspective of Miko in that shop of where he's standing and really think about it, there ain't nothing you can do about it. You get gunned down.
Dude, I found the
So
drop.
what?
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
Let's go. I got a drop.
Hey, that's crazy though.
Yeah, that's crazy. We can listen to some of the people what they've been saying about it. You want to do that?
What about Draco?
Yeah.
Kind of boring.
He says, yeah, I mean, not boring, but it is kind of not pointless, but it's just like, it's just another young dolphin, you know what I mean, that they're going to be talking
Well,
about.
nah. Well, like Draco and like what was the other one that we just saw? The YG, or I mean the Slim.
But
Even though,
this is the thing. After that happened, they
yeah,
had everybody kind of on edge after the Young Dolph thing happened. So after that happened, it was kind of like anybody else that slide, everybody was like, that ain't going to happen to my homies, my homies, my homies, my homies, my homies, my homies.
nah. But
And
like
then
Slim and Draco though, those seem like just some regular LA like
But they're
happenings. Like
not. They're
that's
doing a lot of things in the city. Crazy. You hear Draco's song? He said, "I just topped something that beat Young Boosie, Lil Boosie."
do what?
He said, "I just topped something that beat Lil Boosie." You know, Lil Boosie beat a murder charge, right?
Yeah,
Draco beat the death penalty.
but there's a lot of people that beat the death
That's
penalty.
a difference. That's a big difference. He's a rapper
But,
though,
hey,
for the killing
hey,
in
but that's
2016, and he didn't snitch on his homies. And one dude snitched on all them, and they got them all locked up. And he didn't snitch.
who? Boosie or Draco?
No, Draco.
Draco? Oh, but
Yeah.
what's that got to do with anything?
My point is that he's a real one. Like he got out and he held it down, and now he got
Nah,
out,
but
and
hey,
everyone was hating. And he really do rap really good, dude. If you go and listen to his raps, he really
what
be
what I'm
he.
saying is though, when you look at his murder tape, like that honestly looks like he was into it with somebody that he knew, and it was probably over some chick, or like he smashed someone's baby's mom, or he was just like straight talking
Well, he
down
just
to
got
feel
done
like,
saying "fuck Snoop, fuck everybody in California. I'm the best rapper."
nah, that dude addressed him personally and was like, what did he tell him before he did it? He said, what did he say? He said something like, "What's up, homie? You got a problem with me?" Like he said something like that before he started shooting him. So it was
Who?
like some personal, like the
Oh, you
Slim
saw the
400
video?
thing. Yeah, when he dragged him out the thing is, yeah, that's to me it was just like I don't know. He
Well,
smashed his
you can
wife or
tell
something.
because he had the gun before the dude started shooting. He pulled him out of the drive of the car and then started shooting. If you notice.
Yeah, but he said something to him up into. But I just look at it like those kind of seem like some just regular beef. Like the dolphin, it all seems like regular beef. That's why it's so easy. I would say
I
the
mean,
Mo
it
one,
is
the
risky.
Mo, the
However
Mo is
which way
kind of
you
out
look
of
at it, it's
control.
risky business.
Hey man, people don't really get gunned down on broad daylight in Dallas though, like that on the highway.
You don't think so?
People, not really. People out there
People
kind
get
of get,
shot on the freeway all the time in my neighborhood. They chase you down and shoot you on the freeway.
yeah, but Cali's like, there's helicopter chases every day too. They're like
Yeah, there is.
high
There's a
speed
lot of
chases.
helicopters where
Yeah,
we're at.
like we don't have a lot of high speed chases out here.
We call them birds. The birds in the sky.
Oh shoot.
We
Cause
call
I
it
get
the
on.
eye in the sky. The eyes in the sky. But now they don't need any eyes because they got so many cameras in California that it's like a surveillance state now.
It's always been like that though.
Yeah, but not as bad as it is now. It's worse.
Yeah, no, it has the. Do you know California is like California? LA went bankrupt because they like in the late 40s and 50s they invested in their like the infrastructure of California, like the cables and the cameras and the street lights and all that stuff.
I bet. And we're busting too right now.
California is a
California is
police.
number one at everything.
It's a police state. Number one in what?
Number one at everything, dude. You're tripping. Number one state, dude. It even
California is
outranks freaking
bankrupt.
Canada.
No way,
Hell yeah,
dude.
dude.
No way. You're tripping.
Listen,
Hey, listen,
California
listen,
has
listen.
every
No,
single nationality in it.
that don't matter.
California represents the entire United
No,
States.
no way. Heck no. Think about this. The quality of life in California is not that good. It is not that good, especially lately.
Right.
The the environment you live in when you're in the cities is not that good. The education system out there is not that good. The court system's a joke.
Right.
So, but I mean, it's the most beautifulest state in the country. I'll give you that. I love I'm from there. I love that state. I wish it was free. That's the only
Right.
thing. That's the only thing I don't like about California. And there's like too much regulations, man. Like out here, people didn't understand. Like I'd be like, in California, you get a ticket if your kids don't got a helmet and pads on while they're riding their skateboard or bike or something. Be all policing you.
Right.
Rent your carts out, put the deposit in for your basket. That's like the same with like San Francisco. It's like one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and it's like an s-hole because of the policies.
Right.
That's Nancy Pelosi's back playground. She has like a $10 million house there. It must be nice.
$10 million house? Jeez. Why so much? You know what a $100,000 house will do for
And
you?
that's just one of her houses. I guarantee she has a house like in the Hamptons. I won't guarantee it, but I could almost say, man, I bet she has some kind of house in the Hamptons. They all do. She's worth like 190 million or something. Her and her husband.
Oh yeah.
They're all worth money. Like Barack Obama wasn't worth nothing. He they gave him some. What did they give him? Like an advance on his book, like a $50 million advance.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. When Obama and Hillary were in office, something like $7 trillion went unaccounted for in the Pentagon. Like they couldn't account for where the money went.
What
I
time is
might
it
be
where
wrong.
you're at?
It might have been 7 billion actually. What?
What time is it where you're at?
12:30
AM or PM?
p.m.
PM?
Yeah, yeah,
Wait,
wherever you get that.
wait. Not midnight, right?
No, it's daytime.
Oh, so we're what, an hour or 2 hours ahead of you?
Yeah.
Talking about Canada's better. Nigga, you behind times.
Quality of life is better.
Oh, why'd you have to go there?
Hey, but even
Hey, you
Canada
know
sucks.
what? You
Hey,
know what?
wait. Even
Your
Canada sucks though. What
wait,
up?
go ahead.
I was gonna say even Canada sucks though because their whole policy and politics is just like California though.
Oh,
Their
really?
president is like Joe Biden, yeah. So they're like, even though it's their quality of life is better, like their rights and their civil rights are getting trampled on even harder than ours. Actually, yeah. I mean, they're stricter up there. You know, you can't even go to Canada.
Shut up.
You can't though, right?
I can listen. What I would do, I would go to the border,
Man, you would
where
get like.
the border of like Massachusetts or New York, or whatever, and chill there, and then just cross over.
No, I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. No, they're like strict just because of whatever they're like they'll
You're
deny you.
tripping. I'm seeking. I'm black, and I'm at that day I'll be African American. So I'm African American, and
Yeah,
I'm seeking
but
from
do
the
you have a felony?
prejudice of my states of the
Do you have
United
a felony?
States. What?
Do you have a felony or no?
Nope.
Any criminal history?
Nope.
They might let you in there.
Nah, I do
I
got
thought
human.
I
Hey,
thought
but what if it's concealed?
they don't matter, bro. They don't let you in. They're strict. I've
Bro,
heard
they
of
let me
them.
back
Hey,
in and out of Mexico after doing a background check. The FBI did a back or the border, whatever
yeah, it
people
makes.
did a background check on me, and I came out clean. But if
Well,
I was gonna have something, they would have got me right there.
If you're clean, you're clean. But Mexico's probably not quite as strict as letting Americans in as Canada, though. Canada's strict, man. Like I've heard stories of like people drive into Canada and they get pulled over and they've been convicted in the United States or something, and they make them get out of their vehicle and walk back to the border. I don't know if they do that today, but I've heard shit like that. Excuse my language.
It's all good, bro. You got to episode 100, so get it together.
I've got it together almost.
Dude, I can't believe this, though. I wonder what. I mean, I'm not trying to say it like this, but who do you think is gonna be next?
Artist, artist wise.
Yeah, don't say the did you know what word, but who do you think is gonna what artist what's the next upcoming artist? We'll say it like that.
I don't even know.
What do you think? Draco, YG?
Nah, YG's
Black
like,
Youngster? Black Youngster is doing a fool right now. He's doing too much.
I could see him on like the street stuff. Not even like no conspiracy though, just the street getting him because of that.
Oh yeah, right. Because that was a little. Hey, did you see the video where he made the tombstone of Thornton on the music video?
Someone said that was Photoshop. I think
It don't
Logan
matter.
told me.
It don't matter if it was Photoshop,
Oh
but
yeah,
the fact that he's got it on his thing.
Oh, he posted it?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Oh, so that's the thing. He reposted it.
Whatever he did, he wasn't supposed to do it.
Well, nah, there's a difference though. Because if the internet just did it, then the internet did it. But if the internet did it and then he reposted it, yeah, that's all bad.
Right.
I don't know. I don't even these people don't even make sense, man. If I had a couple million or whatever, 10 million, I wouldn't be entertaining like crazy beef with people. I'd be on like a whole different trajectory.
Right.
You know? So like that pretty much tells you all these people with it, like black youngster, they don't even deserve that money.
This boy, they don't even deserve that money.
They don't. And it's not that they need to give their money away or like go and take their money to the neighborhood and invest it. They don't need to do none of that. But what they should do is back away from all the mess.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, like take it.
But you know they're not going to do that.
That's like as dumb as like a football player. You get drafted into the NFL and you're still out here running with your homies, selling drugs. Like, they got to start looking at rap like a professional. It's a professional career. Like, what are y'all doing, man?
But of course they don't look at it like that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to when it's a joke because it's based on like unmoral stuff.
Right.
Like, there ain't nothing moral about the streets or rap.
Right.
Really, I couldn't even play you one song that's like, well, you get into like Christian rap, but that might be unmoral to some people. So I mean, yeah.
True.
But that's not really publicized. You got to tune into like a certain radio station to hear that kind of music. It's not just played everywhere. And some of that Christian rap be good.
Oh yeah, like Lecrae.
But I mean, rap is rap, man. I love throwing on some music and bumping it. Like that Mac Dre, I got like every song he ever made, every collaboration.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's my favorite rapper. He's number one. Like he's over Tupac, Biggie, any rapper you name, he's over. I don't care who you name. And people be like, nah, I'm like, you're crazy. I'll be like, even the greats recognize Dre as that. Like Tupac recognized Dre as a great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Because Dre is great.
Like, heck yeah. Because, hey, Dre's like a Dolph, though. Everything he spit was like some real storytelling fact stuff.
Facts.
If you really listen to his music. And that was what's cool about Dre, though, man. Dre, there's a lot of songs I don't like the beat so much. Like the beat's cool, but it's not like it's all right. But it's just what he's saying. You're like, man, just what that boy's saying is dope. All of them. Hollow Tip. What was that? Hollow Tip, Mike C. Brother Lynch, Tebow. I used to bump all that bass stuff from Sacramento to the
Laying
Bay.
down. Yeah, that's crazy.
San Quinn. I could name all them fools. Easki, Mac Mall.
My favorite is well, if you're gonna name some of those, I say my favorite is around like Andre Nicotina, Mac
Yeah, you know,
Dre.
Dre Dog dope. That Killer Whales. That's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Andre Nicotina
all.
cool.
That's hard. Those are all hard videos.
That one. What's that one dude? That song. What's it called? Colt 45.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's Afro Man though, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of an older one, like Two Joints or something.
Mm.
I think it's Mac Dre, ain't it? Two Joints. Then I smoked two joints. Didn't I can't remember the song. It's like that Western song. Mac Dre has that song where he's like all like cowboyish on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm. I probably heard it before, but I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I
Oh, I
wonder
bumped
if
everything as a kid.
I
Tech
wonder if
Nine.
ma- if my area is gonna legalize marijuana.
Where you at?
Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
They have a high chance of it. They're probably like 60-40 right now. Because it's kind of like it's a conservative liberal state, huh? It's weird, huh? Or is it like straight conservative?
I can't tell, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it real.
It's one of those weird states. It's like they're like super libertarian probably, but they like lean democratic a lot, but they're like super like Republican when it comes to their like constitutional rights though. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
What was the state I was saying last time? They're called like the Freedom State, and like they're the majority of their Congress people in the state representing the state are actual libertarians, like Ron Paul. You know who Ron Paul is?
Yeah,
Like they're really like him. They're like, yo, if the government don't want to give us money, cool, we don't want it. Leave us alone. You know what I mean?
right.
Those are the states that are cool, I think. America is gonna end up breaking up like that, man.
You think so? Into what though?
It's inevitable into like two different countries. Where like it's gonna be the same country, but there's gonna be two ruling
They're
government.
gonna have that one day where they let everyone do what they do, and then call it 24 hours of everything goes.
Well, you know what it really is? What it really is just it's gonna happen when the states you're gonna have certain states like Texas, right? You could use Texas as a good example because they're already doing it. So you already have 7 states that have they're National Guard states, right? So 7 states have already told the federal government that they're enacting their National Guard and they're not going to be implementing the mandate for the shot, right? So these are 7 states standing up to the federal government saying, nope, they're making a stand, right? So that's what it'll come down to is like you're going to have states that choose to uphold their constitutional rights, state constitution rights, right? And they'll set their own government rules aside from the federal government. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then it'll be up to Americans like, well, where do you want to live? If you want to live in California and you want to be told this and that, and you want to pay this for rent and this, well, then move there if you want. If you want to live this kind of lifestyle, go ahead and move to Texas or Oklahoma, and people will just move around accordingly. I will. I'll definitely move to a red state. Because even if you're a Democrat,
Or you would
if
recommend that
if you're being unbiased, if you look at you'd rather live in a red state.
Right.
They're cleaner. They're just better states and all. Look at Florida. Look at Texas. Look at I don't know. It seems like everywhere's kind of Democrats now, so we're screwed. Uh, hey, the Trump thing. I'll say this though. That was like the realest stuff in the world though. Like that Trump separated families and friends and stuff.
Wait,
Like,
what'd you
well,
say?
I say Trump didn't do it, but when Trump was president, Look, Republicans and Trump didn't separate themselves from family or none of that. Who did it were Democrats. Democrats straight up like demonized anybody that voted for Trump and disowned you. Like it was crazy. It was crazy how it worked, right?
Right.
Like that's just how it was. But everybody that voted for Trump wasn't like, "Oh, you voted for Hillary. You're a demon. You're a Nazi." Like nobody said that to those people. Now we are, because why not? Oh. All right, off of back on the Draco though. I think that just popped off on some regular stuff. Like I said, one of their homies was a little too intoxicated and took it too far, and now they done started a whole gang war in LA. On top of that, people are about to go to jail.
Right.
Because I'm sure all those people in those entourages can be accounted for, especially in the LA. Where was that concert at?
I don't remember.
It looked like a big event.
It was.
Yeah, so there's cameras everywhere inside and out. So they probably got video of, people are just dumb. That'd be like New York. New York has so many cameras. Like you'd have to be a dummy to go commit crime on the corner.
Mm.
And you can
Damn,
kind of see
man.
you can see how all that works if you go look at like London, if you go look at their closed circuit cameras and how the police react and alert police officers to crime scenes. Like they got that on lock. They're all alerted by video camera and they send people like right away.
Damn, have you seen Minority Report?
What, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time though. Is that the one where they have like the screens and they're predicting, they're trying to predict by your thoughts what you're gonna do in the future?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. And that's kind of what they're trying to do though. Actually, they are already trying to like if you look at laws that they're passing, even with like guns, they're trying to predict what a person's actions might be in the future, and off that determination, make a determination if you're eligible to even have a gun or not. That's crazy. They're trying to pass laws to where if you're on Social Security, say you get your Social Security benefits, then you can't buy a gun. If you live in like seniors housing because you're an older senior citizen, you can't purchase a gun. Like that's crazy, man. Those rights aren't given to us by man. Those rights are given to us at birth. Like we're just born with certain rights. They're
That's true.
inalienable. See, and a lot of people don't even understand that. They're like, well, it's 2021. So what, in 2050, because we could grow a fish in a digital machine, we are not allowed to fish? Like, come on.
Right.
That's like when they have laws that say that you can't catch rain.
What?
It's illegal. Yeah, and I think they lifted it out. I'm not sure if they lifted it or not out here. They had it like you couldn't open catch rain because, I mean, it makes sense in a way, but
Why?
whatever, because because you want the ground, you want the earth to be um, watered and nutriented, right? But what I'm saying though, if you own the property, if you own 100 acres of land, no, I don't care. It's my land. If I want to catch the water and drink it and do whatever I want to do with it, it's my water. Period. That's how I look at stuff. I'm like, but how are you going to restrict water though from being collected from the sky?
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But they do it. That's a real law though in places. It's kind of like if you buy a piece of property in the middle of nowhere, why can't you just go out there, dig a hole in the dirt if you wanted to, and live in it? No, in order to bring your car onto the property, there needs to be a driveway. In order to put a trailer there, there needs to be a septic tank dug out and put in. Like, there's all these stipulations to stuff.
Right.
Which, I mean, that would make sense if you're buying a piece of property that's like in the city limits, maybe, or in the area of, maybe. But if you're like 100 miles away from anybody, why are you telling me and dictating to me what I can do with my land?
That's true.
It like makes you not want to own. Like, well, why do you want to own it?
What's the
It's
point of
kind of like
owning it?
it's kind of like taxes, man. Like you spend 300, 400, 500,000 on a house, and then you still, even when it's paid off, you're gonna pay yearly taxes on that house. And if you don't, they can come take it or put a lien levy against your house. No, man. How about when we pay the house off, it's just paid off.
Right.
Like we ain't even supposed to
I
get
didn't know they
taxes.
could do that.
Well, yeah, you pay your tax. You know.
Right.
I mean, it all makes sense in a way. It's just abused. So that's really what the problem is. Like, of course, if you have a million people in a city, you need the revenue from city tax or land tax, property tax to fund, streets and parks and whatever you're gonna do. Like, it
Right.
makes sense, but there's so much money that we don't use for anything. Why are you still taking our money? Like, they could alleviate property tax and just use and reallocate other monies to pay for stuff that they use for like stupid stuff, man. Oh,
Right.
we're gonna, they spend $1 million to mate turtles. They, $20 million to fund the research of why a bullfrog's belly blows up when it burps. Like they really invest money like that into stuff that stupid.
Mm.
That's ridiculous. You don't think?
Yeah, it is.
Like even if the research is kind of cool and we want to know, well, we got a lot of other pressing problems to worry about other than that. So let's get to that later. It's called pork belly spending. It's when these politicians write a law and say, "Oh, senator from Oregon," he's like, "Well, I'm not going to sign it unless da da da." And then the other members are like, "All right, well, we'll throw in this $20 million grant for da 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 da." And he's like, "All right, you got my signature." And then they move down the line. All
Damn.
right. And then they move down the line. Though, all right, Arkansas. They're like, "Well, I need this for da da da." But that's how they get their votes. That's why federal government money is so counterintuitive. Is that the right word? Counterintuitive to our benefit. Is that's said right? Because it's like if the local the power starts with the local city government. It's like your city councilmen, city all those people. So if those people in the city and the county are saying to Washington, "Hey, yeah, we'll take that $25 million for da 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 da." Now, when they take that money, that means they got to do what the government says. Okay, well, since you took this money, we want you to change the speed limit to 65, right? Now, if you don't change it, well, then we're going to take this funding back. So they
Right.
do that with everything. So any federal money that's given, that's why they don't need to take it, though. They need to start fundraising in the communities. Because as long as we take the federal money, that's why the federal government can dictate so much power to the city. Because the politicians in the city are like under Washington because they want that money. Because they know it, all these people are benefiting from the money. It's kind of like when they passed the $1 trillion jab thing.
Wait,
Like
say it again?
when they passed the emergency package fund. Remember when they did all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like hundreds of millions of dollars that went. Like they paid people off with that money. They paid other countries off with that money. If it was an emergency thing for Americans, why did any of that money go outside of these borders? Any of it? Why did India get money? Why did Afghanistan get money? Why did you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It doesn't make no sense other than they're laundering money. They're straight stealing our money right in front of us and laundering it. Like every time one of these politicians do a deal like that or something, I guarantee you they got like an account out of the country that they
Oh
deposit a
yeah.
couple million
For sure
into,
they do.
take their cut. You know what I mean?
They got to
But
because they
but hey, but
got
imagine that they're making deals with the American people's tax money, and then when they make the deal with the tax money, they're taking their cut. That's how. That's what I'm saying. That's how like Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton. That's how all these people are worth hundreds. They've been stealing our money, and they've been doing these crazy bad deals for the people that don't benefit us at all, and they're getting generational wealth off of it and power. And it's crazy, man. Because you try to say that to somebody, they're like, "Oh, our government's not crooked like that." What are you talking about? Our government been crooked since this concession.
Stupid.
Like, it's because people never went back and really like, and I could probably go back and read it more in detail too, but people have never took the time to go back and really read when the country was like what it was like when the country was being made, and how those people really thought and what they were. They were all great men, but they all had crazy faults. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's all fake, and we'll wake up.
Are you voting, Nick?
I don't know, man. Because watch this. You know what they're gonna do?
Mhm.
I hope people. Look, that's why I'm not mad at people being mad. This is what they're gonna do, man. Because I already know. Promise you, I know.
Bro.
So they attacked Trump, whether you like Trump or not. If you couldn't see that they went after him falsely, and just relentlessly for 4 years, the whole time he was in office, and like they reported, if you couldn't see that they reported like 98% of the time negative on him, then you're just kind of like not using your third eye. You know, that's how I look at that. Like, well, then you're just not being fair. You're not being impartial. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you could clearly see it, and a lot of people did though. A lot of people, even like people that were diehard Democrats that never voted for a Republican and wouldn't, they changed because they were like, "This is crazy. Like, you guys are just too blatant about it." But what they're gonna do is this. Watch, mark my words, man. If you're under indictment, you can't run for president.
Wait,
if you're under indictment, you can't run for president, right?
wasn't Hillary under indictment?
No, they wouldn't indict her because she's protected. Right? So check. That's why. Hey, this is why they wouldn't indict her. That's why they didn't indict her.
What about her going
Political. Do what?
to court? Like, what was that all
Court,
about?
court for what?
Like, for the email.
Well, no, but that might happen now. This wasn't happening.
I was gonna say, boy, she got an answer for those, buddy. Those emails are fishy. In my opinion. Where'd you go?
Yo.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know. My phone's tripping. But anyways, let me finish real quick. So you can't run for president under indictment. So what they're doing is they're going after Trump and his Trump organization for like they're gonna try to say that he valued his property for more than it was worth, which is like who determines the value of your property? If I hire someone to come give me an estimate and I don't like it, I could hire another person to come out and give me another estimate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like they're gonna indict him because they've already got together a grand jury and they questioned one of his accountants. So what they're gonna do when you're trying to indict somebody under grand jury, it's easy because all the prosecutor is doing is going in there and giving them probable cause, and they're like, okay, cool, do it. So the federal government didn't even want to do it. So they passed it down back to the state and said, we don't want it, you do it. So now the state of New York convened a grand jury to start going after Donald Trump, right? So what they're going to do towards the end of 2023, right? They're going to indict Donald Trump under the Trump organization. Wow, you loud as heck over there. They're going to, yo, the mic.
Bro, do you think that they're gonna let
Hold on, let me
Trump run
finish.
for president?
No, let me finish. So what they're gonna do in like late 2023 is they're gonna indict him. Man, mute your mic, man. They're gonna indict him for the Trump organization, and while he's under indictment, he won't be able to run for president. So in 2024, he'll be under indictment on some dumb trumped up charges, which he's
Oh,
gonna be found not guilty, right?
yeah. I see what
But
you're saying.
but
I see what you're saying.
but you know what I hope he does though,
Uh,
because Trump ain't dumb. If they do that, I hope DeSantis runs as president.
wait.
And
Hold on. All right, say it again.
man, I
I'm
said
doing
I hope.
dishes.
I said if he does that, DeSantis is going to run as the president, and he's going to take Trump as his vice president. And then when they get elected, Trump will actually be like a de facto president. You get what I'm saying? That's the only other way he can come out on top of that situation, because that's exactly what the Democrats are going to do right now. Watch, mark my words, bro. Like that's why I'm over the whole
Well, I'll say
Democrat
this.
thing.
You heard it here on JSC Vlogcast. Just remember that we're 1 hour and 27 minutes in, and we can rewind it to that point and then, get famous.
And I didn't just come up with these thoughts by myself too. I mean, there's other people that think the same thing. But if you watch
No,
what
I
they're
know you got
doing
a
legally
drawing
too,
board in your room somewhere trying to figure it out.
but that's just sad, man. That shows you how corrupt this country is, because it's not about, it's about the government wielding their uncontrollable power, like unhinged power. What would you say it? They just have power that's crazy. So it's scary to see them using it against people that are actually like Donald Trump's not a nobody. He's a somebody,
Right.
and they pretty much let him know that he ain't nobody. But anybody running for politics should have known that after Abraham Lincoln. I mean, shoot.
Man. Oh, yeah. So what was that? I was asking you something. Hold on. I forgot what I was asking you. Oh, yeah. So, oh, yeah. You already answered it. Okay, about the 22. Do you think Obama's wife is going to run for president?
No,
What if all the women all the president's wives ran for president? What a year that would be.
man. If one of them became president, this country would be
Who do
even
you think
worse.
would win between Melania, Michelle, and who else? And what's that girl from the
Oprah?
Iceland or Norway, whatever the fuck her name is?
I don't know, man. I would say Melania would have a good chance because right now under Biden, this is like a third term of Obama, and people were over Obama when they elected Trump.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah,
I
because
don't
they
know.
didn't want to, if they weren't over Trump, if they weren't over a Biden, I mean, if they weren't over Obama, then they would have voted for Hillary.
Yeah, because she was going to keep the same policy.
Yep. She was going to keep
So
that boat ticking, boy.
so I don't. I think a lot of people would look at Michelle like she'd be like a straight Obama on crack. She'd be like, I couldn't imagine that, man.
No, I couldn't either. That'd be pretty hellish on
I
earth.
can't I can't imagine. Did you see Kamala with Charmaine?
Nope.
You didn't see that how she acted? He said something to her. He said so who he said so who's the president? Is it Joe Manchin or is it Joe Biden? Man, she got mad. She said, hold on right there. You're not gonna sit up here and talk like that to me. She was like, you're not gonna sit here and start talking like a Republican. Hold on. And then she said, we all know who the president is. And then she goes, and we know who the vice president is. Me, Kamala Harris. And I was like, that looks so cheesy and dumb. Like, if you're the president and vice president, you shouldn't have to reiterate it to nobody. What are you talking about?
Right.
Like, she made herself sound, I don't know, pretty dumb. But see, that's what sucks about those comments when Democrats like that make them comments like that. Us as minorities, most of us, we just let it go. Oh, well, she was just speaking. Da, da, da. She didn't mean nothing by that. Nah, man,
Yeah.
she really meant something behind that.
Right.
She doesn't feel like she's really a president
No,
because,
she doesn't.
and plus, she's not. They assigned her to the border. And she didn't even go down there. She felt disrespected. When Obama was president, he directed Joe Biden to be the border czar, and he went down there one time.
Oh, really?
Hmm. So it's like she got to get out her feelings. But I couldn't imagine her as president. Like I was saying with whatever president that was that made that prediction
Mm-hmm.
about the first woman black president. That I don't think she'd be able to run the country, man. I don't think anybody would take her serious if she does become the president. I think everybody's gonna kind of look at it like a joke, especially like I know at first like black folks were like, yeah, we got a black vice president, but when she took over the presidency for the 2 or 3 hours that Joe went in for his colonoscopy or whatever it is, they came out in the papers and they didn't say she was black. They didn't put nowhere in there that she was black. They referred to her as a Asian Islander or a Middle Eastern Asian woman.
So then why did she why did she pretend to be black?
Because Democrats play identity politics. Think about that. Like I know I was saying like Republicans and shit ain't got some racist shit going on here and there. Well, Democrats be doing that racist stuff right in front of your face and nobody's like calling them out on it. I was like, how? Why do they get a pass? I always wonder like why does a Democrat or a white liberal get a pass about racism? Like think about when Trump and Hillary ran. We had mainstream media trying to convince to the minorities, to the black and browns, which one of these two white people were more racist. When everybody knows, like, they're probably both a little, proud to be white. Whatever. Don't make no sense.
Yeah, some people just need a reason to do any old thing these days.
But the left, I'd say the Democrats, though, they play on that race, man. And it's
Yeah.
not even, I'm not saying like black people on the left. I'm saying like straight white people that went to Ivy League colleges and stuff are the ones out here yelling out, it's not fair, it's racist. Like, well, then why did you go to college at Yale? Why didn't you give your grant to
Stupid.
somebody?
He said, "Why'd you go to college at Yale?"
No, but for real, if everything's so um not equality, like equality is not here, and da da da, then why did you let your parents spend $100,000 on your education? Why didn't you just go to a community college then and pay for it yourself?
Because they can't afford that shit, bro. Shit ain't cheap.
No, because they benefit from that wealth, that generational wealth, but then they want to deprive regular people that are out here struggling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. True.
Like your average white person can't even pay for their white kids to go to college. Well, I'd say like maybe half, but there's a big percentage of people that can't that are white. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like with the slave thing. I think it was like less than 1% of white people own slaves. So when you group and generalize like all white people were slave owners, that's inaccurate. That's not true.
Right.
But that's like the washing of history. If they can get rid of that part of history like that, well, then they can't even learn about stuff like that, so people don't care.
Right.
It goes with like the definition changing, how they change definitions of words in the dictionary. So like we grew up on a word and we knew it exists, but then you have like the whole generation coming up 2 generations after us, and they're like, that's not what that word means. And you're like, hold on, yeah, it does. They're like, no, it means this. And they're reading you the definition. And you're like, what? There's no way that gender means anything you want to be.
Right.
You know? But yeah, I get off on these rants. But then again, like, we sit here and talk about all this stuff. I mean, my mom would always tell me, you know all this information and you're like, you know all this stuff, but what are you doing with it? Hey, it's true
Facts. Though. What you doing
that's
with it, nigga?
That's why I laid off like politics and stuff, because I was like, as much as I'm intrigued with this and I know like all the bad stuff that Hillary Clinton's done and this and that, it's like, if I'm not going to go out and implement change or try to do something, well, why talk about it? I'm like, yeah, you kind of got a point, because it takes a lot of those kind of topics. They take a lot of energy. They take a lot of energy from you,
right?
Because you get real passionate, real emotional about what you believe in, and they're not just things that you believe in, like, yeah, that you want to compromise on. That you will compromise, but these are like things that you, in your mind, you're like, I feel strong about this. So, and then true, or as well, like, I don't even know where to start to make a change in politics. Like, where would you even start, man? It's so like,
I don't know where you would start. That's a hard one.
hey, the whole presidency of Donald Trump, it made me like happy. Like, I felt like I won the Super Bowl when he got elected. It was like a Super Bowl party.
Right.
But like, it was like the saddest thing too, though, on the road, because it showed his presidency showed me how deceitful, conniving, and crooked, and how there is like there's like 2 justice systems. It's like this clearly made all that stuff clear. And I'm like, it's depressing, bro. Because I was born in the 80s. You know how us 80 babies are. We're proud to be Americans. Well, I am.
Well, I'm born in 89.
You 80s baby. But like, I was born under Reagan, so like, that's the equivalent of like, not born under Reagan.
Who am I born under?
Was I born under Reagan? I may have been born under Bush, but I grew up under Reagan.
God, that nigga like, stupid. Maybe I'm
I grew up.
Bush. Fuck it.
I grew up with his policies, right? So it was like, you know, pro-American. So like that goes for the same with like these kids now that were like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that grew up with Trump as the president. They're like real pro-American. Get what I'm saying? People that were that age growing up under Obama, they were kind of raised to kind of like look down on America. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. Like, no matter who's president, they should all be teaching the kids to be proud. Like, as bad as like slavery in the past is, that's like, you're doing more harm by trying to like take it out of history. That ain't gonna help black kids. That history has to be a part of history for them to be able to look at that and reflect on it and be like, yeah, okay. So imagine if they took slavery out of all history and made everybody forget that it ever existed. Think about how easy it would be for them to implement it again and get away with it.
Right. That's true.
And you gotta think, I always think of China. Like, America's been here for like 300 years or whatever. China looks at things in like 1,000-year empires. So like right now, America's looking at like what's gonna happen in 2030. They're gonna do, right? China's looking at like 3,500. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Like look at our budget for the government.
every 4 years we got, or every year they're fighting about passing the budget to keep the government open. Every 4 years we get a new political president in office. Like, it's gonna be hard to like stand up to try to long run because they're in it for the long run. We're like playing with this creation that we're still playing with.
Right.
Back on Draco.
Back on Draco while I'm making some chicken nuggets right now.
I think he should have just stayed home.
Who,
He knew he
Draco?
shouldn't have.
Stupid.
Yeah, he knew he shouldn't have been there though.
Yeah, because they said that YG had 100 niggas deep.
Oh no, but that's like if we're gonna go perform at this club bar and I know this other group of people know security, I'm probably gonna pass on it. Because I know how they get down. And we're gonna get the bad end of it. You know what I mean? Like he had to know that. They be knowing how them dudes know how to move out in the streets. How old was Draco? Them dudes are kind of old. What are they? 30 years old? Yeah, they already beat the statistic. Like they're like 10 years past their prime.
Well, I'm at least an acquaintance. Sorry, somebody said I usually don't let strangers over my house. I said I'm at least an acquaintance. Damn. Damn.
I don't think those have anything to do with Empire though.
What? Oh, Empire? Oh, yeah, right. I wouldn't overlook that one.
It's too easy.
You know how they say like this? They say, "We busting the case wide open, Johnson."
I'll put it like this.
You ever heard that phrase before?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll put it like
this is one of those type of phrases.
Empire is like, you can't even get mad at Empire. It's like this, right? Like, so I want to get somebody, like say I want somebody to die, but I already know what's up.
You?
What?
No. I'm telling somebody. They told me I could be a mass murderer. I said, where do you think this is? You? Like, you seen the movie You?
The only accountability that Ghazi could be held to is strictly, but people won't do it. It would be like people actually coming together and shutting him down for like culture vulturing and benefiting off the death of black kids. But as far as him being like involved in it and stuff like that, all right, I can't knock the man's business plan. I can't knock his business plan. He studied black culture, right. He studied rap, and then he figured, okay, I'm gonna sign the people that are the most broken down. Not maybe he looked at it like he was gonna give him a chance though, because you know, it's up to you guys. I'm gonna give you the foot, I'm gonna give you the help, but are you gonna change your life? Are you gonna leave this behind and get the money, raise your family? But I couldn't knock his business plan if he knows, like, well, hey, this is a high risk. So, you know, I'm gonna get these young artists that are active, they need to change their life. If they don't, they don't. I'm gonna put insurance policies on them because they're high risk, and I'm gonna get my money either way. I ain't knocking them. So that's a smart business plan.
I never thought about it like that.
And he doesn't have to do nothing. He's not killing nobody. It's just being the streets are doing it. It's what happens naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I would put him more in that category, man, where he's not like, he ain't ordering people to get murked on like no sacrificial stuff. He's just letting the streets get him paid. He's playing to the detriment of black children. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it would take the community to come out strong and publicly denounce him and make him change. Like, they'd have to take it all the way up to like the federal courts and then go like social media, mainstream media, and denounce him and make him come out and denounce it and say that he'll quit signing these kind of artists. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to come together and do that kind of change because that takes a lot of like organization and will, you know?
Right.
And money. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it takes, that's why I'm always like, I'm surprised, man. Not surprised, but like grateful, I guess. When I see like 1 million people descend on Washington or 1 million or like 500,000 people marching in solidarity for whatever, it's kind of cool, man, because a lot of those people are sacrificing money and time just to go be there, right? And everybody knows time and money is a big thing. to your average person.
Right. That's a fact.
And peaceful protest, man, like a peaceful protest, not only does it get people's point across, but it helps whatever community those people are in. You have 100,000 people roll into a community peacefully and protest and spend money and patronize the community. You uplift everybody and you get your point across peacefully. Because, you know, it's restaurants making money, hotels making money, amusement parks, all kinds of stuff happening on that many people. That's like Sturgis. Sturgis has like, you know, I don't know, 10,000 people or something or whatever. But then when they throw Sturgis, it's like 1 million people roll through this town and spend money all weekend.
Right.
So that's why I didn't get like the whole Antifa and BLM protest doesn't make no sense.
Oh, well, Antifa? Oh, my God.
Well, they're just tearing down stuff though, and on top of that, they're tearing down black businesses. Like, how you gonna let these white fascist people, whatever they are, infiltrate you on the thing with Donald Trump, infiltrate you, and then tear down your neighborhoods? And like I said, most of those kids went to Ivy League schools. They went right back up into their neighborhood and chilled peacefully. Like, what? And then still have the gall to sit here and argue on their behalf. Well, they're doing it good, doing a good thing. No. They're out there spending Georgie's money, what they were doing. And Obama, because you know what Obama was before he was president. Do you know?
Wait, say it again?
Do you know what Obama was before he was president?
No.
He was like a community organizer.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why he speaks so well and like he can articulate his points well, because that's what he did. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what's funny? That's the type of nigga you need. I bet you when they found him, they was like, we open and shut case shots and we found him.
But do you see the racist? Do you see how the Democrats were racist with Obama? Man, they picked a black guy that they groomed, but they made sure he wasn't just
that
black.
boy didn't have a pussy to grab nor a drink to drink.
Well, no, check it out. Hey, but check it out. They groomed a mixed black kid, so they made sure he wasn't a full black. He was mixed with white, and they groomed him pretty much. And then they made everybody say like, you know, if you didn't vote for Obama, you were like racist. If you voted for Trump, you were racist. Like what? Right. That's crazy how they play us.
Right. Oh wow, my YouTube is going up, dude. I'm getting a lot of views.
And
every video has got at least one.
Yes. Hey, the same with illegal immigration. Like, I know a lot of minorities in the country be like, oh, opening arms to it. Yeah, we'll take immigrants, this and that. Well, that don't make sense for your guys' future. Like, whenever you let these people into the community, that's why your middle school, all of a sudden they don't have football no more. Right. They can't fund it. They got to fund the bilingual core because these kids don't speak English. So now you're giving up sports and opportunity for your children to fund children that are here illegally, whatever you want to call them, right?
Right.
And on top of that, when it comes to the census, it does affect the vote because say Texas is Republican, and say Texas let's say 2 million people come into El Paso and Dallas. What that does is it adds congressional seats to that district, giving it more electoral votes. So now instead of you know what I mean? So it adds seats to that state. So instead of like 7 electoral votes, now there's 9.
Right.
Well, those 2 extra electoral votes were added because of illegal immigrants that ain't even supposed to be here. And even if they are here, why are we letting people come into the country dictate our laws with our policies and politics? It doesn't make sense.
Right.
That's why I wish like minorities put a little more thought into voting when they vote and research some stuff.
But you know they won't do that because
hey, because if blacks and Mexican or blacks and browns, I'll say, if they would have researched Joe Biden, they really would have researched him,
they wouldn't. He would have got like 2% of the vote from us. He wouldn't have got 98% of it or whatever he got.
Right.
88%. He would have got like 30% or something.
Right.
Because Trump, we'll say with Trump, you could just guess that he's racist. You could just, in my opinion, he's racist because this. No, with Joe Biden, you can definitively say, no, this man's kind of
Right. There's no
he's a racist.
debatability when it comes to him. You know it.
Yeah. With Trump, you can even argue the point with Trump. Trump opened the first gay club in Miami in the 80s. Okay, well, Joe Biden voted against the LGBT community. All right. Joe Biden was against gay marriage up until recent, because it benefited politics. Man, Obama said he was against it, and he furthered their agenda more than anything while he was president.
Right. We
So
should do a conspiracy talk on the show. We should do a conspiracy show.
ooh, hey, you were right. Now I could see Michelle becoming president because she would be the first official black man president of the United States if
Shut
she
the
was
fuck
elected.
up. That nigga said official black man of president of the United States.
But a pure black man, because Obama was mixed. Oh, I
Represent
don't
both
know.
sides.
Hey, I
Bro,
could
you
see
gonna
the
get my
Democrat.
channel shut down.
I know I better shut up. But I could see the Democrats manipulating us. I could see them manipulating us to vote for her though, for that reason.
Dude.
That's crazy. You see all the did you watch the swimming? It was it was like a swimming meet. It was the transgender was in it swimming with the ladies and he beat them like by 40 seconds.
Damn, no.
And now they're all mad. We don't want them to be able to play in our thing.
Right. I wouldn't want them to play in there either.
Well, what's crazy is like they want to make all these social changes with just feelings. They don't want to put like real facts into it. So the fact is, every single woman that has transgendered into a man has never dominated any male sport at all, period, never, right? But every man that has transgendered into a woman has dominated the women's sport, like, period, just dominated. That's fact.
Yeah.
The fact is,
Could you
women get into,
imagine a woman? You seen Joanna Man, right?
yeah,
Basketball player that's a woman, that's a guy.
yeah,
He dressed like a woman.
yeah,
So he could play because he got kicked out of the NBA.
yeah, I saw that.
That shit was crazy.
Hey, that's like, yeah, I don't know. That whole gender thing is funny to me. That's like in the military, they did the whole gender thing in the military, right? So
The whole act,
now,
don't ask, don't tell.
nah, I mean transgender thing though, right?
Oh.
Or no, not transgender thing. I mean just women, just a regular woman, right? So
All right,
like,
well, make up your mind. Which one?
no, a regular woman. So for them to be equal though, right? So they changed the guidelines what it was to get into certain elite groups in the military. So like before there was just one, what am I trying to say? One fitness test to get into this thing, right? Well, now there's two. There's one for the men, one for the women. Well, that's not equal. Because if the woman can't do the fitness thing for the man, then she shouldn't be out there doing the same thing that she's gonna have to do as the man, right?
Right, that's not equal.
Yeah, but it makes sense why it's not equal because they just physically can't be equal. So like the Navy SEALs, there's not one woman in the Navy SEALs because there's not one woman that's ever been able to pass the test because they only have one test.
What?
You know what I'm saying? But
No, that's not true.
okay,
Because
look it up. Look it up.
If a man
Look it up. Look it up.
passes it, and he's
Look
a
it up.
transgender, then she
Oh,
won.
okay.
So how about you suck on those transgender
Ooh, you might have that one. I'll give you that.
nuts?
Hey, but factually though, that's why there's no women in that elite
No,
group
but
is
you feel what I'm saying,
because
though?
yeah, but you hear me? That's why there's not a woman in there though, because they can't pass the physical test.
Oh, right.
So it proves that we're not equal, and then why would you want to lower the test in that kind of environment? Because we want the biggest, the baddest people to go and handle business.
Well, I would
There's
say
no
women are better at a lot of things than men. I mean, that doesn't make us equal. Yeah, you're right. So what's wrong? Why does equality such a big thing.
What is that quote?
I don't want equality. I want liberty.
Well, equality is not guaranteed. Or no, wait.
I want liberty, right? Isn't liberty
Equality
what we want?
equality is guaranteed, but your outcome isn't. What is that quote? It's some quote like that. No, it's give me liberty or let me die
Yeah. Give me liberty or
or
give
give
me
me
death.
freedom. That's like fame, and I want the notoriety, not the fame.
It says liberty and justice for all. It doesn't say liberty and equalness for all.
Yeah, there's no equal in outcome. Like outcomes can't be equal because
A
there's always going to be.
butterfly and a lion are both liberated, but they're not equal.
But you see how they changed that with like the participation trophies? Nobody got a first place trophy. Now they're just getting like, oh, everybody participated. You guys are all winners. No, little Tommy over there killed it. He's the best. The heck? Because that's like, how do you? All right, so you want to give everybody a participation trophy in sports, right? Well, then how do you do that in like math? Yeah, you got every problem wrong and you're kind of dumb, but everybody's the same. We're all equal. No, you need to learn more, or maybe you're just not good at it. But I think everything's based like that. If you own a business and you're hiring people, you hire the best person for the job, whether it's a woman or a man.
Right. You don't
For
hire some second class citizen.
well, for instance, in the dispensary, I don't really hire bud tenders that are male. They're female because they attract way more customers. The men come in way
Right.
more
Right.
often and they tip more. So the women make more money. It's just like all around better. Now, I hire more men to grow than women because women would tend to cry about having to empty all the pots and do all that labor. It's just what it is. The women tend to be the ones that are going to be the accountant. The person that does the purchase ordering, that's a woman. Maybe the inventory manager is a woman. Like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, and those are the roles that women would want to play, though. Like, if I give a woman like, what do you want to do? Do you want to grow in the back and be a part of the trim crew, or do you want to enter data on metrics on the computer? Oh, I'll do the computer work.
Enter data.
Yeah, because women tend to do that kind of work. That's why they get paid less too, because the person growing the product's making a lot more than the person sitting at the computer typing in numbers. But so that's like we get into the whole wage gap thing. Like that thing's fake too. There's too many different reasons of why it exists for it to be like sexist. It doesn't have nothing to do with like race or sex or anything or gender. It just has to do with what you got going on in your life.
Right.
And women tend to be the caretaker of children. So of course you're not going to be able to dedicate those extra 40 hours a week to your job because you have children. And even if the man's married to you with children, he can because he can go to work and you're taking care of the children. I don't know. And then like, where would it go? All right, women want to be nurses and CNAs. All right, that's cool, but you're going to make a lot less than a man that builds skyscrapers and works a crane hanging off the side of an 80-story building. It's just how it works. Órale, ¿qué onda, güey?
I'm here still. I'm just doing just a scale this way.
Man, I'm all waiting for my daughter to come bring me all my supplies. Well, because like I'm upstairs because I have like a 3-story crib.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like all the way on the top floor. So
Oh
like the
shit! Is
past,
that what like? Oh, is your kitchen like in the middle or no?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So it's like
That's cool. I like those houses. Damn, that's cool.
Well, like the past 3 days though, I've walked downstairs to like, just go to the kitchen and get some food or whatever, get some water, whatever I'm doing. But each day I went down there, bro, it's like throwing me like back a day. Like it hurt my leg for like another whole day every time I've gone down and up the stairs, you know what I mean? So now I'm just like,
Damn.
I'm just stuck on the third floor. I ain't stuck. I could do it if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I'm like, man, every time I do it, I just hurt myself more and then I'm out another day. So maybe I just need to sit here like really stationary for like 2 days, you know what I mean? Because I feel good though. Like, remember how I was feeling? I feel good now. Like, it's not the same. So I'm like, I just need to chill. But anyways, back to the point. My daughter's coming over. She's gonna bring me all my stuff I need. Some oranges, apples, bananas.
How old are your kids?
My daughter's 22.
What? How old are you?
22, pimpin', 39. Well, I'm 40. I was lying.
Wait, 39. So how old was you when you had your first kid?
17.
Damn!
Yeah, and she was planned. That's what's crazy. I
Damn!
was like,
What
yo,
the fuck, nigga?
I
Who
was like,
are you?
I'm getting that. Locking that down.
Stupid.
Hey, it was stupid at the time.
No, not you're stupid. That's a
Uh,
phrase that we say in California, like stupid, but not like you're stupid.
no, it was stupid at the time. But I mean, it was all
No, but
good.
that's not what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Hey, but it makes me laugh though, cause she's so old, right? So like, I run into like they'd mostly be white people, but they'd be like 30, 35 years old or something, and they'd be telling me about their 2 year old or their 3 year old, and you better be careful and blah blah. And I just look at them and be like, man, I got it, 17-year-old. What you talking about? I'm an OG in this.
The niggas be like, oh. Oops.
Yeah, that's good. She was born in 99.
Damn.
99.
Damn.
Hey man, but she good though, bro. Cause I mean, you kind of see how I grew up, right? Like in a sense of how whatever I talk about
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, right. Because you grew up with
Just
the
kind of like,
'70s mentality, even though you're in the '80s.
yeah. Well, just
Yeah,
I
because
grew
I
up
grew
tight.
up with the '80s mentality,
Well,
even
I
though
just
I
grew up.
was born in the '80s.
I
I was
grew up
born in the
hood.
'80s, but you get
I
what I'm
grew up
saying.
hood. I grew up hood with the hustling mentality around gangbanging and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I guess you could say I grew up like sheltered around thugs, pimps, and
Yeah. Right.
killers.
So like, hey, so for her to be 22 though, and like graduated, working, got a little crib, not pregnant, got the cool ass boyfriend. I'm like, man, excuse me, but I'm like, I'm good. Shoot.
All right, look. We know that the grass is never greener on the other side, but you think sometimes it's worth it just to go check it out, just to mow the lawn on the grass? Are you catching my drift? Are you catching what I'm saying without saying it?
Kinda. I don't know.
To the reference, you know what the reference is, right? The grass is not greener on the other side.
Yeah.
All right, so don't say it, but that reference, I'm kind of thinking the grass is greener on the other side of this particular situation, and I don't know, and I kind of want to see. Because if it is, maybe some people are in your life just as a stepping stone, and not to actually get you, to get you to that person you're actually looking for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He said, "Oh yeah, I believe in that for sure." No, I'm just
But I,
saying though. You know what I mean?
but I'm like,
Sometimes the grass is greener. It really is.
I like being alone, man.
You do? I don't. I hate it. I
Well, like,
like
say I
being with
go,
somebody, but I don't like being with anybody.
well that too, right? Because like, I don't like being out there being how can I say it, promiscuous like all the time, chilling. Because then you start feeling dirty, man, when you just out there being like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, got a
Right.
different chick over every other day, or you like talking to this chick, that chick. playing 4 or 5 chicks at a time, whatever it is. Just getting at multiple chicks all the time. It gets old. Unless you were maybe like in Colombia. Shoot. Put me in Brazil. I go 30
I want to
days.
go travel places like that. I think that would be dope.
I got a friend who never been to the South America. I'm like, dude, you're like 6'2" white guy. I was like, you gotta go.
I know, huh? They love
Yeah,
anybody
I'm like,
above
yeah. I'll be like,
5'9".
you get some fine old ones too, just because the way you look.
Some fine drunkos, some fine drunk bitches.
Hey, that's funny though, cause like it's like El Paso. You ever been to El Paso?
We
Well,
have a
anyways, it's like,
place in California called Walnut Creek that's in the Bay Area. It's like where all the white people go, bougie white people go to like party and shit. And man, I went to this one club and there was hella niggas trying to get at this white bitch, but she really wasn't feeling nobody. And I was just sitting at the bar being a fucking creep. And she came over and sat by me and was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Let's have a drink." I was like, "All right." And she was like, "Gosh, they won't stop." I was like, "What?" And then she was talking about the guys. I was like, "Damn, sometimes the bitches just want to come in and have a drink."
hey, that's kind of like, hey, that's what chicks do though. Like, all right, say you walk in a party, right? And like all the guys are hitting this chick up, or they're like all around this fine chick trying to, talk to her or whatever. Like the guys are gravitating towards her. If you just walk up and introduce yourself to, say hi to the circle and introduce yourself to her and walk away, man, like 9 out of 10 times she'll talk to you because you're like, this dude ain't even interested in me, and all these dudes are like up my butt. Women are funny like that. At least found. I found that to be true. Yo, you there?
You want to know something tight I'm trying to do?
What up?
You know how you can have 10 people on the StreamYard?
Yeah.
I'm trying to have 5-on-5, and we'll play capture the flag or like freeze tag or something, and we'll have everyone on their cell phones. And it'll be the red team against the blue team, and then we'll just have a thing. It'll be live. Wouldn't that be tight? Or like a paintball, and everyone has GoPros on or something.
Yeah.
And it'll just be live, and we could just do it. And then the people in the chat, like we can have people telling the other people what to do or how to go. I have other people control the players. It's hard to explain, but I'm thinking of it. Like, go hide here. Like, have someone on sync my live with someone else's live so we can have 20 people. So 10 people could be controlling 10 other people. And it would be the red team against the blue team.
Sounds interesting.
That'd be pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, I still got like 6 hours till my
That's
kid
actually
gets
a
here.
movie called Gamer, I think.
Gamer. I'm trying to roll this joint up real quick. Man, I can't wait to get out of the house, man. I've been like in this house for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, I've been in the house for at least the last 2 months.
Well, I mean, but I've been in the house just like laying in one spot, chilling.
That's a lot different. You're right.
But like,
That's true.
man, I've been laying around though, like,
And I'm doing it
'cause
by choice. Like, I'm not stuck at all.
hey,
Like,
I'll
I'm
go in my
definitely free
master,
to move around.
I'll go in my master bathroom though and just lay on the floor because I don't know, it feels like the most comfortablest out anywhere almost. So I just been laying on the bathroom floor, but I'll be in there looking. I'm like, man, when I'm able to walk normal again, I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna exercise. Watch. As soon as I feel better, I'm probably gonna sit right there and play some Call of Duty. No, I'm gonna be really active though once I could get back on my grind, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you? Oh yeah, you said you weren't doing much for Christmas. I forgot. What are you doing for New Year's?
Nothing.
Same
It's
shit.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
about to
really do
pop
much,
up. I'm
man.
about to catch a flight to Canada, bro. It's good. About to
I don't
go
like to
shoot off
fly,
some
man. I hate flying.
M80s, man. You guys allow? Do they allow fireworks in Canada?
Probably not. They might
Really?
though. I don't know.
Really?
I just always think of Canada being more strict than we are.
What? Boy, they got store. You can buy this shit on the side of the road, nigga. What?
That's like our immigration. Everybody says talk stuff about how strict our immigration is. I'm like, you look at Mexico and Canada's immigration. They're strict.
Hello. Hey. Nothing much. I'm live right now. Can I call you right back? It's all right. All right. All right. All right. My bad.
So they got a lot of seafood places out there.
I haven't been to them. If they do, I haven't been to it.
You're by the ocean, huh?
Say what?
Said you're by the ocean, aren't you?
Hold on a second. Let me. I'm about to end the stream. I'm gonna come back on a little later. All right.
All right, cool.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.